What's going on, my Latin ones? It's your boy Mosh, the MC, back again. And if you can't tell, it's tank top time because it's getting really hot outside. And you know what else keeps you cool? Having no skin. And that's exactly why we're talking about the big man, the myth, the legend himself, Brook, the Soul King. Yo ho ho, yo ho ho. Insert bone joke that I can't think of one right now, but you can think of one in your head by yourself. But today we're going to be talking about Brook and his future in the current arc, or in the current war, or in the current raid of Onigashima. Right now, he's currently tag teaming with Nico Robin to take down Black Maria. And I don't think that is the end-all be-all of his character. I think there's a lot more left for Brook to do. And that's not only coming off of an arc like Whole Cake Island, but it also is propelling him forward into his main character. Well, not his main character, but like more of what his fighting style going forward. So let's talk about it. To be honest, Brook is probably my favorite Straw Hat. Like, if we're not talking Luffy, it's definitely Brook, because like he can go, his character is so versatile. He can go from being the comedic relief, talking about panties and bone jokes, to literally being very serious. And how his role was in Whole Cake Island was so astronomical to me. Like, just watching him go face to face with Big Mom, and not only finding out later on that he got the prince of the Road Poneglyphs, it was just like top tier for me. And he's a musician. Like, if you don't like a musician, man, like, what is wrong with you, dog? Get yourself help. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Brook and his role in Wano. Right now, like I said, he's fighting with Nico Robin against Black Maria. But I do not believe that is the extent of what he's going to do in Wano. Right now, his fighting style is very lean towards him being a swordsman. So a lot of speculation was that he's going to get armament Haki, possibly turn into a Black Bones Brook. But yes, that would help his durability, but he's not really a hand-to-hand combatant. He's a swordsman. So if he's able to infuse maybe the Haki into a sword and become Black Bones Brook with his sword, then maybe, like, it would make more sense. And to be honest, I have a feeling that Brook is going to end up getting a black blade before Zoro. Hear me out. So Brook has had his soul solid, his cane sword, for over 50 years, right? He's also being able to incorporate his devil fruit with it, being able to bring the very cold from the underworld and make it a freezing sword, as well as it's been durable. It has like no tarnishes, it was no cracks, nothing, and it was sharpened by the Long Arm tribe. So like, when you put all those things together, him getting a black blade before Zoro is probably more realistic, because Zoro, yes, he's more of a swordsman, or the swordsman of the Straw Hat Pirates, but at the same time, like, we don't know if black blades are strictly made through having Conqueror's Haki, or if it's having the relationship with the sword itself and being able to communicate with the sword itself, or the spirits inside the swords, or the cursed swords itself. So when you think about Brook having a sword for over 50 years, he may be able to, in Wano, turn his sword black. And when you think about it even further, he was the first character to actually, not the first character, because obviously Mihawk was the first character with the black blade, but he was the first character from Wano that we were introduced to have or wield a black blade. Yes, it was Ryumo's blade, but Brook was the one that was using it, and that's how we were introduced to Shusui to begin with. So Brook getting a black blade before Zoro is actually maybe a thing. But we move. We're not going to sit here and just talk about him getting a black blade. We're also going to talk about his awakening devil fruit. So there's a show on Netflix called Behind Her Eyes, and it got me thinking. At the end of this, I don't want to ruin the show for some people, but basically it has to do with astral projection, and that's sort of what Brook is. Like, when he's able to take his soul out of his body and move around, he's able to almost astral project his thoughts, his being, and his person into like a spirit form. So I think him being able to astral project, and him also being like able to move his soul in between things and take over other things, like, it hasn't been seen yet, but him being able to take over his own body, I feel like his soul, when he astral projects, may be able to take on a Suedo form. So Brook taking on a Suedo form with his spirit, it could be like a cyborg, or like a clone from like one of the Lineage Factor clones from Germa 66. Like, when I'm thinking about him taking over a body, it's almost reminding me of the time I was reincarnated as slime. If you read the light novel, like later on in the light novel, like they basically create like these empty husks of beings, and like spirits take over them, and it uses them to like boost themselves, because they don't really have a physical form. Like, Brook has a physical form, but it's all bones. Now imagine Brook has like some muscle to him, and add that to his fencing style swordsmanship. He already gets a jump in combat abilities, because right now he's light, but he doesn't really have much power. He doesn't have much Haki, so his durability is also low. So if he's able to go between his bone body, like a cyborg body, or like a flesh and bones body, a flesh and muscles body, that might be an upgrade that Brook can easily put him in the top tier fighting combatants of all the Straw Hats. But also people are talking about his awakening being like Sun Jing Woo from Solo Leveling, like all rise, like bringing more spirits into the realm of the human realm. But yes, he may be able to do that, but what would the spirits do? Like would they be able to interact with everyone else, like, or would they have to take over like another Suedo form or another vacant vassal? Because if not, then they're just gonna be like, I'm here, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like how Big Mom's Sora no Mi, she takes her own spirit and makes her homies. So I feel like maybe Brook might be able on the same level, because when you think about it, Brook is called the Soul King. Like he's not gonna, Oda's not gonna place the title Soul King and just leave it at that. So if Brook is able to bring more spirits from the underworld and have them inhabit like other things, that might also be a level up. But at the same time, like think about how much of a stretch that is. So thinking about behind her eyes and being able to astral project and put your actual being in something else, that I really do believe might be his awakening. So if he's able to awaken in Wano, that'd be dope. Maybe bloom his Haki, that'd also be dope. But at this point in time, Brook does need an upgrade. And a lot of people are saying that he's gonna get a new sword. He's in Wano. It makes a lot of sense to him getting a new sword. Yes, but at the same time, he's had that sword for so long. I'd rather the sword just literally become a black blade than instead of actually getting a new sword. Because him getting a new sword almost like makes his whole aesthetic relevant, unless it's another Cane sword. But his freezing sword has been with him for so long. I feel like that's just like a part of him now, and him getting rid of it just doesn't make much sense to me. So what's left for him in Wano? So people are saying that they want him to fight Apu because they're both musicians. Like Brook can actually show Apu like what it really means to be a musician. I like the idea, but at the same time, right now Apu is fighting Drake, and I feel like that fight's going to like remain for quite some time. I don't feel like Brook's gonna take over that fight. He may later on down the road, like he may be the finishing touch to Apu for Apu to realize what being a musician really is, but I see him fighting more like on the number side, because I think there's still 5 numbers that we haven't seen yet, and I feel like Brook is going to end up fighting one of those. Like I kept saying Spirit and Soul before, but I feel like they're almost one and the same, and Brook being the Soul King and having an effect on Big Mom's homies might play a big factor too, because maybe not her personal homies, but it might be like the homies that she made earlier on. Like it may just be like a secret mission. Like he may like see a couple of them and like send them to go save one of the Straw Hats, or like go get someone, or go send someone a message. But I feel like that's going to play another part in this story, or in the current Wano arc, because Oda just placing those homies there just to run around and then just leave them be. Yes, that would probably be good, but at the same time, with that aesthetic already, that ability that Brook can control like the lower level homies, I feel like that might play a big part in what's going to happen to Wano. Maybe it might be he might send them to go take out the Marys, like, or the cyborgs, or like the little mouse, or like the little animals that have the third eye, or the symbol of the third eye on their foreheads. So Brook has like a lot of things he possibly can do, and I don't believe he's going to remain at just being Black Maria, because honestly, Robin needs a solo fight. So if Robin's able to take down Black Mirror with Brook, it's not much of a feat that can like go under her belt. Like maybe Brook takes out the rest of the spiders there, the women spiders there, and then it's just Robin and Black Maria, and Brook's like, I know you got this, yo ho ho, and dips out, and then goes to like help other people, because Robin's gonna be like, I got this after a while. But right now, I feel like actually, wait, what was the I know the wheel on Black Mirror at the end of Black Mirror stick, the wheel. I know it has something to do like the demon wheel, or like I forgot what it's called. Should we look it up? I think we should look it up. So it's the Wan Yudo, which is a tortured man's face, and it's the soul of a condemned tyrannical daimyo. The Soul King. Like it's right there. Like it's going to play a part in the fight between Robin, Brook, and Black Maria. I feel like Brook taking out the Wan Yudo is going to end up leaving Robin there to face her one-on-one, and Brook's like, you got this, and then he's gonna go help someone else because something's probably happening on the live floor. He's probably gonna hear it from the Marys that something else is happening, and he's going to end up leaving. So that's what I feel like Brook's going to end up doing in that fight, or may lead him to fighting Apu, may lead him to fighting the numbers, may lead him to saving someone, may lead him to stealing some of Big Mom's homies to go take out the Marys. So with Brook being the versatile character that he is, I don't believe his role in Wano is going to be him stuck in the room fighting Black Maria with Robin. I feel like he's going to end up helping her in some way, but probably leaving. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below, and like I said at the end of every single video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and the bell button to remain enlightened, y'all. Peace.